Hey guys, Pete from Mixcat. Hope you're doing well out there. I've had a lot of questions about a really interesting topic and I figured it's a good time to do a video on it. Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. I'll touch on Litecoin probably in the next up and coming video, but right now I want to focus on Bitcoin because that seems to be the hot commodity today. Today is February 1st, 2014, and you can see one Bitcoin is worth $848.80. Amazing value for the Bitcoin. It seems even the president of PayPal thinks Bitcoin's a great idea. Now there's a lot of ways to get Bitcoin. You've heard people say they mine for Bitcoin. You can sell an actual product or service and collect Bitcoin as payment. Now I've done a little bit of each. I run a computer repair company out in Kissimmee, Florida called Mixcat Computers. So the actual mining of Bitcoin is what I was interested in, and being I understand technology, thought was a great fit. Well, like everybody, I started on YouTube and Google just searching on different ways I can actually mine for Bitcoin. I've come across a lot of videos and a lot of informational sites that show all the different aspects of mining and the rigs that I'd actually need to do that. Now the first thing I tried was CPU mining. At the shop I have all kinds of CPUs at my disposal, but I focused on my main PC at home. I have an 8-core AMD processor that actually runs at 3.8 gigahertz, so it's a really quick CPU, and figured that'd be a great baseline. Just to give you guys an idea, that CPU runs between 100 and 135 watts. This is a really fast and efficient CPU, so it's perfect for testing. How they rate the mining capacity of each of these CPUs, GPUs, or other device is with hash rate. You're going to see hash rate a lot on other sites that you go to. Now I rated my 8-core 3.8 gigahertz CPU and it was giving me about 80 megahash. Now 80 megahash sounds like a lot, but take a look at this chart here. This Bitcoin mining calculator is very handy. I put in my hash rate of 80 megahash. At the current exchange rate, it's going to give me about a penny back per day, and 10 cents per week, 46 cents per month, and needless to say, I wanted to make a little bit more money than pennies. Now this is really good information to have, so you can imagine if you're only working with a dual core or a quad core, that's going to go down quite a bit and really not even worth the electric to run it. So we quickly found out CPU mining is definitely not the way to go. So let's move on to GPU mining. GPU is just short for graphics processing unit or a video card. You'll see lots of other sites where they stack multiple cards into a PC to get higher bit rates. The video card that I'm using is a GeForce GTX 295, and you can see the specs on the screen here. I bought this card exclusively for video editing. Now already out the gates I can see the biggest drawback we're looking at is the power consumption. Almost 300 watts of power, especially when we max this thing out. Now by this time I'm sure you guys are curious the speed I got out of it. Believe it or not, I got 89.78 megahash. So we're going to go ahead and put this into our calculator here. As you can see, we're not doing much better. At that rate, we're going nowhere fast, and we're eating up a lot of electric and time. Now after more research, time and money, I moved up to these Antminers. The Antminer is a USB miner that has a lot faster mining capacity. The reason why I'm explaining all the steps I went through before the final outcome is to save you guys some time and money. So I hope you can learn from my experience and my time here, especially my mistakes so you don't have to make them. Now you guys could see the Antminer is a lot faster than the video card and the CPU combined. We moved from megahash to gigahash. Wow, look at that. I know, what's a gigahash? A gigahash is actually 1000 megahash. Well, let's see how that translates into money in my pocket. These Antminers, instead of actually only getting the 1.6 gigahash that they're rated for, they actually averaged out right about 2 gigahash. So I'm going to go ahead and put the information in here. Now you can see it actually turns into something that has potential. Now you guys are probably thinking what I'm thinking. I need 100 or 200 of these things to make some real money. Now the good news is they only take 2 watts of power consumption, so that's actually very efficient. And the retail value for these little USB guys are about $50 to $65, and I was buying those on Amazon. It's really not a bad option to be able to test out mining and get into the whole Bitcoin arena. Before you guys throw your hands up in the air and give up, I found a better way. This is actually Bitcoin cloud mining. And what cloud mining is, you actually take advantage of pooled resources. This way of mining isn't actually using your computer, but using an external web server. As you can imagine, sitting in a data center, the internet connection is a lot faster, the servers are a lot faster than the computer that you have, and this is a lot more efficient way to go. On Kex.io, you actually can buy Gigahash. This is kind of like those USB Antminers that I was showing you guys, and you can see on my board here, I have 12 Gigahash loaded, and it's mining for me. Kex.io is kind of an all-in-one solution. You can mine from this platform, you can exchange currencies, and it gives you a great opportunity to learn on a really nice piece of hardware. Definitely something we couldn't afford if we went out to the store to try to buy this equipment. If you want to set up an account on Kex.io, it's completely free. Check out the description on the bottom of this video for a referral link, and you'll be able to set up your account for free. And again, it's a lifetime account that you won't have to pay for electric or hosting. It's a super platform to learn from, so definitely take advantage of it. When you first set up an account on Kex.io, you're going to see on the top here, all zeros. Don't be disheartened, it's going to go up really soon, I promise. The first thing we're going to want to be concerned with when we open up a brand new account after we verify it with our email address is the GHS. It's going to start off on 0, but this is actually our mining power. Now, really simply put, the higher number you have here, hashing power, is going to dictate how much Bitcoin it actually mines. We also mine different currencies with this platform, and that's included free, and it's not something that you have to learn how to do. As soon as you put some GHS in there or Gigahash, it's going to mine automatically. And if you guys use the sign up link in my description, shoot me a comment and I'll send you some GHS to start you off with the mining. This giveaway is going to be limited to the first 100 comments from people that actually signed up with Kex from that link. That should get you going. As you see here on the right hand side, these are actual blocks that have been mined and turned into Bitcoin that goes into my wallet here that I can use. One thing to note is these buttons kind of towards the center. The one that just blinked green here, this one is actually telling you how much 1 GHS or 1 Gigahash is in the system. Right now it's 0.03499 and change for 1 Gigahash of hashing power. I'm going to actually click on that because I'm going to purchase some Gigahash. Okay, when I scroll down, you'll see a buy sell GHS. I'm going to click on the instant buy /sell, and I'm actually going to put a fractional amount of Bitcoin, and you can see it tells me exactly what that's going to be in Gigahash. I'm going to click buy now, and it's that simple. I just loaded up my account and we should see that apply to the top. Yeah, the number did rise. Now we also are able to buy Gigahash with Namecoin. I'm going to go ahead and copy what I have here, and I'm going to click on GHS to Namecoin. Alright, and I'm going to scroll down. We're going to do exactly the same in the instant buy. Again, fractional is okay. Put this in. And from some of the Namecoin as well as Bitcoin that I've mined, I've added back into my Gigahash. In just under 2 days, this is the amount of Bitcoin that I actually mined with this amount of power. And I am running the Antminers in conjunction with this. But my main objective is I'm trying to really snowball my income. So I'm putting in as much as I can back into purchasing more Gigahash. But I've also been selling some of the Bitcoin as well as Gigahash on eBay, and that's been pretty successful too. I'll have a link in the description to some of my auctions if you guys are interested. I really hope you guys found this helpful, and hopefully it points you in the right direction to actually making a little bit of money with the Bitcoin. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hopefully you found it useful and you learned a little bit of something. We're here to learn from each other, so if you have any questions or comments, definitely put them in the comments section below, and I appreciate it. Welcome to the Bitcoin community.